Hello everyone. Here is an introductory video regarding accountancy as a subject in commerce stream. Before starting with the video on introductory unit of accountancy, let me brief you on why should a student opt for commerce as a career option. Students, from building a career in management, marketing, finance, banking, hotel management, etc., there is no dearth of career options for commerce students. MBA, law are the various career goals for which students can synchronize their mix of subjects along with the respective bachelor or master's degree courses. In commerce, basically, we study about how a particular individual has to contribute to the various economic activities in a particular country so that he or she can earn a living. Now, in order to understand that, we need to know what is an economic activity. It is an activity which is performed with the motive of earning a living. For example, just as an employed person gets salary, business is pursued with the motive of earning income, or better known as profits. Now, with this particular definition, we come to know that performing business is basically an economic activity behind which the intention of the owner is to earn income, and that income is known as profit. Now, the next topic is, why is there a need to study a subject called accountancy? First of all, there is a requirement of keeping a record of various events that have taken place in the business. It is a very common phenomena that we perform number of economic activities in a particular day which are expressible in terms of money. For example, the various household activities which we perform, we never keep a record of those activities. But when we talk of a particular organization, there is definitely a requirement of keeping the record of the various monetary transactions which are in terms of money, so as to know that what all effects will it have at the end of a particular year. The other requirement is calculation of profits earned or losses suffered based on the overall analysis of the financial events. Now, the first term that we will come across is accounting. It refers to keeping record of the various financial nature transactions in any enterprise. Now, the keywords that are there in this particular definition. The first word is record of the various financial nature transactions. We need to understand what is a transaction. Transaction basically refers to any particular event which is related to the business and can be expressed in terms of money. Any event related to the business and expressible in monetary terms has to be recorded in the accounting. So, keeping a record of all such events is what is known as accounting. For example, purchase of raw material. Any owner who is into the process of selling goods or services has to first ensure that he has a stock of the raw materials which he or she will further process, manufacture them into finished goods and sell it out in the market. So, purchase of such raw material is an example of an activity which is not only related to the business but is also expressible in terms of money. Because when we have to state the valuation of that raw material, we can always express it in terms of money by the valuation. Similarly, another example is payment of rent. Now, this rent can be related to the premises in which the business activity is going on, may be related to the premises where the manufacturing activity is going on. So, basically, we need to keep in mind two things. Firstly, the activity should be related to business, and secondly, the activity should be expressible in terms of money. Now, the major terminology or the subject about which we are about to start the introductory unit, that is accountancy. Before studying any subject, we should always keep in mind a notion regarding that particular subject. Just as we study science, we always have a preconception that maybe we are going to study about trees, plants, chemical reactions, human body, other concepts of physics like speed, motion, etc. Similarly, accountancy as a subject is about providing systematic knowledge of accounting. As you already know, that accounting is the art of keeping systematic records, and with whatever techniques accounting can be performed, all those aspects are covered in one particular subject called accountancy. It consists of accounting theory, in which we are going to study the definitions, the various terminologies. Just as you study the various terminologies in science or in mathematics, similarly, accountancy also has its own list of terms which we need to understand first in order to start with the study of the subject. Then, accounting principles. By now, I hope that you all might be having an idea that accounting is done under a certain framework because it is a practical subject. We cannot, since we have to keep a record of the various events or the transactions that are taking place, we need to do it in a systematic manner, and that particular systematic manner is under a framework. It is as per a framework which is given by the governing authorities. So there are certain principles that a particular accountant has to abide by while performing the function of accounting. And the third thing is accounting practices. The various practices or the various practical application of the principles is what we are going to study in the accounting practices. It was a very brief introduction of accountancy as a subject, in which we have discussed how we can start with the study of accountancy. Thank you.